Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, like always, I would like to say call halayim, like Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakach, Wadash. I would like to give double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone, the men that I learned the truth from. And I would like to say shalom, Wabarakim, Lawakalim, Shah Yashala, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerely waiting and enduring until the return of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to deliver us out of this last captivity. I'm going to title this video, Mute the 2/3. And when I say 2/3, I'm talking about the 2/3 of the nation of Israel who's slated to be put to death by the nuclear destruction that's coming on this place, the famine, the economic collapse, many disasters that's coming on this earth. Because the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, there's a 2/3 of the nation that's not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to die in the second death, which is going to be the nuclear holocaust stated in the Bible, which is going to happen during World War III. And let me get that scripture real fast. So I'm going to go to the book of Zechariah. Zechariah. Hold on one second. Zechariah chapter 13. And then I'm going to start at verse 8. And it says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein." Yeah, the only Israelites that's going to be delivered are the 1/3. You know what I'm saying? And the 144,000 in the book of Revelation are part of the 1/3, slated for salvation. But the 2 parts therein that shall be cut off and die is speaking about you wicked Hebrew Israelites, you so-called wicked. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through your father's lineage, you know what I'm saying, who's wicked, man. You don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You don't want to adhere to the doctrine and the gospel that's being spread by the prophets of the Most High out on the highways and byways. You scoff and mock at us, You don't want to come out of darkness and come out of these worldly views that you have. But the reason why I titled this video Mute the 2/3 is because you got all these, mainly it's the nigger woman, but you got a lot of 2/3 saying mute Rkelly now because of this documentary that came out. And supposedly, he has a cult full of women, and he's been dealing with young women, which, I mean, of course we all know this. This nigga has been doing this shit for a very long time. But all you motherfuckers in Hollywood are freaks. All you motherfuckers in Hollywood are freaks. All y'all do crazy shit. Hey, even you niggas in this world do crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But speaking on the whole young woman thing, that's been a very common thing amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for a very long time. Even when, even when, as I was growing up, and I'm sure other brothers can attest to this, you would see older Jakes, messing with younger girls in high school, man. Girls that were like 15, 16, and they grown, and they at the bus stop, or you'll see them in the neighborhood hanging with older dudes. It's always been a common theme like that, man. And what you women don't understand is you treat your children as if they're supposed to be children for their whole lives. You know what I'm saying? There comes a stage when a child becomes an adult, and it's not the age 18. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. The Lord was a young man. The men that followed the Lord, which his Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai, it's not Jesus Christ. The men that followed the Lord were young men. Matter of fact, let me get a scripture to prove that real quick. It's Salakia, if I'm kind of all over the place right now. It's just going through the spirit. But this is Luke chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at verse 41, because this society teaches you that the mom and dad are always supposed to look at their child as just the little baby that they had, and that's why you got men still living with their moms, not wanting to move out and not provide for themselves, man. And you got women doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you let your child watch Disney Channel and Nickelodeon their whole lives, and they never grew out of that docile baby spirit. So you got a whole bunch of grown babies walking around, man. You know, what you gotta understand when the child reaches about the age 13, 14, you're in adulthood now. You're basically going into adulthood. You know, but let me this is Luke chapter 2 verse 41. Now this is when the Lord's parents was looking for him. Okay. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of Passover, and when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days as they returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinfolks and acquaintance. And when they found him not, they turned back to Jerusalem seeking him. So they was already a day ahead. You know, they went on ahead a day's journey. But the Lord still behind. He was only 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the Rkelly documentary, and you got these women talking about, oh, a teenager's brain isn't fully developed enough to be able to make decisions to know right from wrong, to be with an older person. Man, you out of your fucking mind. You got 11-year-olds, 10-year-olds, that fucking geniuses that got businesses, man. You got 12-year-olds out here with businesses, running their own businesses, man. So that's bullshit. That's false. You know what I'm saying? You just want to demonize the man. Hey, whenever the woman can demonize the man and uplift herself over the man, she's going to take that opportunity. But it says, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my father's business? So, hey, man, he basically cut his parents, man. He's like, why y'all looking for me? Why y'all worrying about me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm here for. Now, a lot of you will probably be like, well, that's talking about the Lord. You know, you ain't the Lord. The Lord was special was a special child, which is true. But you got a lot of other special children out here in these days, too. You know, not on the Lord's level, but basically the point I'm trying to get at is just because you're 12 or 13, that's no excuse to say, oh, this person isn't, his brain or her brain hasn't developed enough to be able to make right or wrong decisions. You know what the fuck you were doing at certain ages, man, at the age 13 and 12. But the thing is, the consequences and repercussions for your actions dictate how you're going to carry on with that. You know, even with you older people, you know, having homosexuality, you continue to indulge in homosexuality because the repercussions, which is stated in the Bible, of putting a homosexual to death, isn't being carried out. So you continue on being a homosexual. But am I supposed to say, oh, your brain hasn't developed, so you don't know you know what I'm saying, to make the right or wrong decision? No. You know what I'm saying? It's lucky if I'm going all the way off subject, but, you know, I just want to get my thoughts on this whole mute Rkelly movement, because really it's bullshit. Now, I'm going to go back to the original point of what these women are talking about on the young women. You know what I'm saying? Because what you women don't understand is, back in the ancient times, and it's going to get back like that, it's going to get back like that in the kingdom of heaven, a man married young women. You know what I'm saying? He could have been, the man probably was in his 20s, 30s, and the girl was probably 15, 14. You know, and I'm going to get first I'm going to get the basic scripture. You know what I'm saying? You got to start off basic first. I'm going to get the basic scripture. Just bear with me 1 second. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry. Now, why would the scripture say, if she pass the flower of her age? You know, if he think he acts uncomely to his virgin, because people be like, man, she's young, or, oh, man, I don't really want to hurt her, or, you know what I'm saying? But if she's past the flower of her age, what does that mean? You know, it means she's now hit puberty. She's now having her period. You know, She's bleeding now once a month. Or some women twice a month, you know. But she's bleeding once a month. Would you shouldn't, hey, that's kind of excessive, but that's, hey, in this society, people's bodies are fucked up. But she bleeds once a month, okay? That's letting you know she's able to have children now, which means she's able to have intercourse with a man. Okay? But a lot of you don't understand that because you've been brought up in this very weak society, this docile society of America. So the whole thing with R. Kelly being with young women, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm not taking up for R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taking up for R. Kelly in no way, shape, or form. The nigga was sick because he stories of him peeing in women's mouth, and you know, he had them locked up in rooms and not feeding them for days. Like, no, you're not supposed to treat your wives like that, because that's what they are. You know, he got these young women and he popped them, so they now become his wives. You're not supposed to just treat your wife any old kind of way, unless she does something wicked. You know what I'm saying? You got to put her away. But hold on one second. You know, so I'm gonna get another scripture, and I'm gonna go to where King David was on his deathbed, okay? Was on his deathbed, and let's see what his servants did for King David. This is 1 Kings chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. Now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Wherefore his servant said unto him, let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in thy bosom, that my lord thy king may get heat. So we know King David was, he was a very old man, because we used to live way longer than how we live now, past 80 years old, 90 years old. You know what I'm saying? 60 years old. You know? We know the age got cut down after Noah during the flood, so he wasn't as old as they lived during the flood, but he was a very old man. You know, and what did they say? Let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, to get him aroused, to get him heat up. You know, so hey, would you look at that crazy? A young virgin. If she's a young virgin, then what do you think she is? You know, you think she 19, 20? You think she 20 years old, 21 years, 20? No, she was probably 15, 14, 16. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, you people, and that's King David. You know, one of the most righteous men to ever walk the face of the earth. You know. Let me see. So I'm just basically using scriptures to show that dealing with young women is not a crime. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with young women is not a crime. But and you people know that. You people have seen, you know what I'm saying? It's been happening for centuries now. Older men dealing with younger women. It just no one really speaks about it. But since R. Kelly is in the limelight, then it's, oh, look what he did to these young women. You know, these young women are old enough to know what the fuck they are doing. And the scriptures tell you about, for the parents that allowed their children to go be with a man who they know had a sex tape out peeing on young women. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a scripture. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 42, verse 11. It says, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies, and a byword in the city, and a reproach among the people, and make thee ashamed before the multitude. And that's what these parents of these women that allowed their children to go with R. Kelly, and now they ain't see their child in years. But motherfucker, you should have kept a sure watch over your daughter. You know? A tighter watch over your daughter. Nah, you wanted her to be in the midst of a famous person. You know what I'm saying? And he took her and popped her. So now she's his wife. And really these women, because you got a lot of women saying they're brainwashed. That's why they can't leave, and their brain is fucked up, and they're in a situation of psychological damage. They can't leave. No, they're in the right mind state, because once you get popped by a man, the scriptures tell you that's your husband and you can't leave him. Even if he's even if he's like a harsh dude, like if a man ain't supposed to just be beating on his wife. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that, but if he is, you just got to be with that man until either he dies or he does something wicked, punishable by death, or, you know what I'm saying? Because that's your husband. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're supposed to be. That's why the scripture say a woman ain't just supposed to be out by herself. You know what I'm saying? Because if a man takes her, which I'm gonna get the rape thing too. If a man takes her and rape a virgin, that is her husband now, and that's how the scriptures say it. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the ancient time, didn't no man want no woman that had more than one man. That was looked at as she was already defiled, she was already popped, she was somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? That's what marriage is. When a man inserts his penis into another woman's vagina, that's marriage. But since this society is so defiled and everybody have sex with everybody, then it's like, oh no, marriage is when I put a ring on your hand. No, the fuck it ain't. The first man that you've ever known, I'm speaking to you women, the first man that you've ever known, that was your husband, whether you knew it or not. And you were supposed to stay with that man. So these young women that's staying with R. Kelly in this mansion or whatever, they're in the right mind state. They're not supposed to leave him. They can't leave him. You know what I'm saying? Now, the wicked shit that he doing and locking him up, I don't know if it's true, but him locking him up and not feeding him for days and doing all this shit, hey, man, that's their husband. They got to deal with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But a man ain't supposed to be like that towards his woman, but he's not in the wrong for dealing with young women. The scriptures tell you a man can, not only can a man deal with young women, but he can have more than one woman. You know what I'm saying? To deal with the rape thing, real quick, I'm gonna go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and we gotta mute the 2/3 because y'all niggas don't have no wisdom. Y'all don't have no understanding of life. See, if you don't understand these scriptures, then you don't understand how life should be ran. So y'all need to shut up. That's why I'm saying mute the 2/3. Y'all need to be quiet. Not mute R. Kelly. Y'all need to be quiet. Because for one, this is a whole distraction. This whole R. Kelly bullshit is a huge distraction. You got motherfucking Trump. The government still shut down. Y'all motherfuckers might not get food stamps or your tax returns. That's yet to be seen. And y'all worrying about fucking R. Kelly? Man, y'all ass need to shut up, man. So that's why I said mute the 2/3. But and this is clearly rape, man, because it makes two different distinctions here in this chapter. I'm gonna go all the way up because this is it's some meat in here. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 13. And this is how you get the whole understanding. If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her, and give occasions of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. What did he find? He found that she wasn't a virgin. So he popped this woman, but found out that she already had been popped. This is verse 15. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her. And lo, he have given occasions of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city, and the elders of the city shall take that man and chastise him. So basically, the man is trying to say she wasn't a virgin, but the parents had the tokens of virginity, which is when the blood on the cloth, that shows that she was a virgin. Hold on one sec. Yeah, verse 19. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he have brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel, and shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. Yeah, so he was trying to lie and say she wasn't a virgin because he didn't want to be with her no more. No, see, that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. These dudes, they out of order too, because you're not just supposed to be popping women and leaving them. Once you pop her, that's your wife. You can't be trying to put her away because you don't like her personality. Now you still got to deal with her. Now you can get you another woman and deal with her, but you got to keep that woman too. Verse 20 though, here's another now this is another distinction. This is if the man finds to be true. Verse 20. But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel, then shall they bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of the city shall stone her with stones that she should die. Now, for all you women protesting R. Kelly, how y'all feel about that? Do you think a woman that has slept with more than one man should be put to death and die? All y'all would fucking disagree. But here the scriptures say this is the law. This is the law in Deuteronomy that's supposed to be. How do you think the kingdom of heaven is going to be governed? You idiots. By the law. You know what I'm saying? So y'all wouldn't agree with this. That's why I said mute the 2/3, man. But it says, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she should die, because she have wrought folly in Israel to play the whore in her father's house. So shalt thou put evil away from among you. See? So if law, according to the law, all you women supposed to be put to death, because all you women got more than one man, you know? But I'm gonna get to the point I wanted on the whole rape thing. So I'm gonna keep reading. This is verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then both of them shall die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so that thou should put evil from Israel. Now this verse says, if a man lie with a woman that is married to a husband, both of them should die, because the woman she knows she got a husband, that's adultery, and the man knows she got a husband, so that's adultery. Put them both to death. Verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel because she cried not, being in the city, and the man because he have humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. So both of them got to be put to death, because the man knew she had a husband, and she knows she got a husband. She knows she was betrothed to a man, so she ain't supposed to be out here fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking off with no other dude. So by that, all you women will fucking die. So let me go to verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, then the man only that will lay with her shall die. Now, is this man going to die because he has more than one woman, or he took a young woman? No, he's going to die because he took a woman that was betrothed already. Now let's go to verse 26. But unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this matter. So she basically got raped. You know, she got raped. She was betrothed to another man, and she got raped. So and she you know what I'm saying, she didn't want that dude. She wanted to be with her husband. This is verse 27. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. So she cried out, no, this motherfucker trying to rape me. Help! You know? So she don't get put to death for that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the husband, he found out his wife got raped, he might be like, hey, man, fuck, man, my wife done been defiled. Now, he can't put her to death, but he deal with his wife as he would want to, but he can't put his wife to death because, she got raped, basically. But let's find out what happens to it. That's why women weren't supposed to just be going out and be by themselves, because things like this would happen, and this was the law when things like this would happen. But let's find out what will happen if a woman got raped that wasn't betrothed. This is verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. So it says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, not hey baby, how you doing? No, he laid hold on her, grabbed her, and then lie with her, and they be found. Oh, they just had sex. Oh, he raped her, and she ain't got no husband. That gotta be your husband now, because he popped you. It said, because he hath humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. There you go. So these men are wicked out here too, because they be popping women and just leaving them. But technically, the first woman that you pop, that is your wife. And the first man that you had sex with, that is your husband. Now, a man can have more than one woman, you know what I'm saying? But you can't have more than one man. That'll be your husband for all your days. And let me get a scripture to back that up. This is, and I'm going to just read it, just to get to this point. This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can. I'm going to read two different verses, but this is Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me see. Yeah, this Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So I just wanted to read that quick scripture to let you know a man can have more than one woman. If he takes to him another wife, then he got to provide for her. He got to be able to provide for her like he provides for the other wife. That's why if you have 3 women, you got to be able to provide for them all. So there's wisdom in that also. You can't just have multiple women and not be able to take care of them. Rkelly taking care of them women. I seen video footage. They nails done, hair done. So hey man, he's still a wicked nigga. Cause he doing other crazy shit. He making them do threesomes and orgies and shit. That's off, man. That's off because you making them do homosexual acts, man. But this is Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 15. If a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, that's I just wanted to read that point to let you know a man can have more than one woman. If a man have 2 wives, the Lord created Eden for the man, and he created the woman for the man. You know what I'm saying? You understand? Adam was here first now, but you women don't like to speak about that. Now I'm gonna get another account on rape, and I'm gonna wrap this up because just to let you know that rape, raping a young girl, taking a young girl. Now that wasn't something that just happened all the time. You know what I'm saying? People just wasn't out just raping. You know what I'm saying? You could still, spit game to a girl and do all that, but this was the law just in case it happened, because it did happen. And you people in this society are too weak and too soft to comprehend the severity and the seriousness of the Most High and how he wants life to be ran. That's why the society is like it is right now, Let me see. Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 10. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, then proclaim peace unto it. And it shall be, if it make thee answer of peace and open unto thee, then it shall be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. It's speaking about the children of Israel, okay? So if they go to fight against another people, but if they proclaim peace and the people want peace also, then those people got to serve them. Why is that? Because the earth was created for the children of Israel. All these other nations, if you're not a Hebrew Israelite, you were created to serve the nation of Israel. Verse 12. And if it will make no peace with thee, but will make war against thee, then shalt thou besiege it. And when the Lord thy power hath delivered it into thy hands, thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword. So you kill every man, you kill the men off. Verse 14. But the women and the little ones and the cattle and all that is in the city, even all the spoil thereof, thou shalt take unto thyself, and thou shalt eat the spoils of thy enemies. Now, why would they take the women? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they kill the women? Now, you take the little ones, you take the little children because they're going to grow up and be slaves. But why would they take the women? Why would they kill the husband? Why would they kill the men and then take the women? Because they're gonna have sex with them women. They're gonna rape those women, and those women are gonna become their wives. If you can't see that, it's because you don't want to see it. That's simple. That ain't something hard to understand. And there's many other scriptures that deals with rape. I'm gonna get another one, then I'm gonna wrap it up. Basically, let you know that Rkelly, the only thing Rkelly did wrong was fucking mistreating his wives, or not feeding them and shit, if that's true, peeing on them and shit, making them do orgies with each other because you making them commit homosexual acts. But other than that, him dealing with young women and having multiple women, there's nothing wrong with that. Even him raping them, because he's keeping them as his wives. You know what I'm saying? He's keeping them as his wives. And I haven't heard, and the crazy thing is I haven't heard him raping any of them. I heard it was all consensual. The women said it was consensual. But y'all trying to play it as rape because the women are young. You know how stupid that sounds? Well, they weren't able to make their own decisions. Well, if that's the case, you shouldn't send your children off to school by themselves, you know what I'm saying, and being sit in these classrooms because they're not smart enough to make decisions. You know what I'm saying? You people are hypocrites. You people don't make sense. But I'm going to wrap it up with the book of Judges, chapter 21. Book of Judges, chapter 21. And I'm going to start at verse 10. Let me see. Yeah, verse 10. And the congregation sent thither 12,000 men of the valiantness, and commanded them, saying, Go and smite the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, with the women and the children. And this is the thing that ye shall do: ye shall utterly destroy every male and every woman that have lain by man. And they found among the inhabitants of Jeshbel Gilead 400 young virgins that had known no man by lying with any male. And they brought them unto the camp to Shiloh, which is the land of Canaan. And the whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin that were in the rock, Rimmon, and to call peaceably unto them. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they gave them wives which they had saved alive of the women of Jabesh Gilead, and yet so they sufficed them not. So basically, the scripture goes on to tell you that they took those women of Jabesh Gilead that didn't know men, and they took them for themselves. Because they didn't lay with a man. You think those women, if you're in a village, right, and the men of your village get killed off, are you just gonna have sex with those men? No. You're gonna want to fight, and you're gonna cry, and you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna want those men to have sex with you, because those men came and destroyed everything you ever loved. So what did those men have to do? They had to rape those women. That's common sense, man. If you can't see that, it ain't meant for you to get it. And like I said, there's more scriptures that deal with rape, but I ain't want to really make this on rape. I just wanted to deal with the whole, give my little opinion on the whole Rkelly thing. Hey, fuck muting Rkelly. We gotta mute the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't want to get right. You know what I'm saying? To the next video, man. I'll say shalom.